Hi, welcome to Sports Talk Weekly with Todd Howard. I'm Rick Roberts. Hundreds of friends, family members, and former players turned out for the funeral of Hall of Fame coach Chuck Daly. The city of Detroit hasn't been in mourning like this since the last time the Lions played. Ryan Zimmerman's hit streak has been snapped at 30 games. Now that the pressure's off, the entire team can go back to focusing on their massive losing streak instead. Manny Ramirez finally apologized to his teammates this week for using a banned substance and getting suspended. Joe Torre described Ramirez as being uncomfortable, remorseful, and embarrassed during the brief apology. Afterwards, Manny took a dip in his money vault to make himself feel better. A streaker who disrupted a New York Mets game by jumping onto Citi Field naked, except for a stuffed monkey tied around his waist, has been charged with trespassing. No word yet on whether officials will charge the monkey with being an accessory. John Lackey finally made his 2009 debut against Texas and lasted just 2 pitches, which, ironically, is the same number of people who watched the Angels-Ranger game on TV. Alex Rodriguez hit a walk-off home run on Saturday and did his traditional homocentric yay run around the bases. Sea breezes for everybody. And he was appropriately greeted by a severe ass pounding at the plate. Maybe steroids aren't the only thing A-Rod was injecting. I mean, come on. He laid shirtless while wearing jeans and dress shoes on a rock in Central Park. He did that whole detail spread, and he likes Madonna, seriously. Pete Rose believes Rodriguez should be in the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, Rose didn't specify whether he meant the Baseball Hall of Fame or the self-congratulatory, totally delusional, mildly sociopathic Roid Monkey Hall of Fame. White Sox closer Bobby Jenks has been fined for throwing a pitch behind a batter. No word yet on whether Major League Baseball will also take action against his ridiculous goatee. Former Boston infielder Lou Merloni recently told reporters that the Red Sox taught players how to properly use steroids. The comments make the light-hitting Merloni not just a fink, but a slow learner. Jose Conseco has agreed to fight a Gambino in a 3-round boxing match on June 27th. It could be the first time in boxing history where both competitors are declared losers. Rasheed Wallace said he plans to retire unless he gets $8 million next year. It's actually very little money when you consider $6 million will go directly to paying off fines and suspensions. Eddie Jordan is reportedly interested in coaching the Sacramento Kings. In related news, Eddie Jordan's family have scheduled him an emergency psychiatric evaluation this afternoon. The Washington Wizards are hoping to hear from Sam Cassell soon about their assistant coaching vacancy. Since it's Sam Cassell, we're certain they'll hear far more than they actually want to. Mavericks forward Josh Howard plans to undergo arthroscopic surgery on his ankle. We suppose it was only a matter of time before his thoughts turned to his joints. European hoop star Zeljko, what the fuck? What? Has decided to pass on the NBA. Broadcasters everywhere are extremely grateful. Chris Benoit's personal doctor has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for illegally prescribing painkillers and other drugs. It could be worse. He could have been sentenced to 10 years of watching wrestling. Mark Martin has said he does not understand NASCAR's drug policy. Then again, he also doesn't understand 3rd grade math. Michael Phelps won his first 2 events at the Charlotte Ultra Swim. It's nice to hear he's smoking the competition for a change. Tyson Gay has announced he will not compete at the Adidas Track Classic. You know, a joke here about Gay pulling out would be almost beneath us. U.S. Olympian Amanda Beard is reportedly pregnant with her first child. That's one of the risks you run when you surround yourself with good swimmers. Jessica Simpson has admitted to sending mass emails before Cowboys games asking her friends to pray for Tony Romo's protection. The confession has shocked many insiders who had no idea Jessica Simpson knew how to use a computer. The NCAA has approved beach volleyball as a varsity sport. It's nice to know that spring break won't be the only time we can look forward to seeing college kids face first in the sand. Ken Griffey Jr. was held out of Seattle's lineup due to a flare-up of diverticulitis. It was only a matter of time before watching the Mariners would make him sick to his stomach. And now it's time for What the F. Struggling Red Sox slugger David Ortiz remains homerless through his first 144 at-bats this season. What the F? He He was even benched for 3 games against Seattle this weekend and may be moved down in the order when he returns. Why is he struggling so badly? Is his name on the list of positive tests from 2003 that took A-Rod down? Or maybe he's just waiting for MLB to test him so we can start a new cycle and get back to being the Papi we all know and love. I mean, come on. Once he's tested, he's in the clear to do whatever is necessary to get his power stroke back. Look at Carlos Delgado last year. He started so poorly, there was talk of releasing him, but he passed his test and was able to magically find his power stroke. Look at Ryan Howard and a lot of other sluggers who start slowly and really turn it on after they pee in a cup. So come on, MLB, test David Ortiz already so he can get back to being the slugger he's worked so hard to be. That's going to do it for tonight. With Todd Howard, I'm Rick Roberts. Good night, you bastards.